other times after I asked if they will prove that they exist by following my instructions, then they'll start doing it after I start talking to you guys. Now, I will tell you this though. If the lights do go out, or that one gets bright, or the door opens, it won't happen again. It'll just happen that once. And you know why I'm glad that that's the way it is? Because if it continued to happen, you would think that there was a short or something going on here. When this door opens, you will actually hear the knob, blah, 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 right before it opens. Now, I will tell you this, because I don't want people to think that I'm trying to push something over on them. See my finger? Push on this door. It's going to open. Okay? It has never, ever latched. Even when I used to manage here, that door would never latch. Okay? Yep. So, usually, when it opens, you'll hear that doorknob rattle, and then it will open. But usually, for us to close it, even though it doesn't latch, it will still, it will not open it until I start asking the spirits to show us that they exist. Either turning this light out. What they'll do with this one, they'll make this light real bright. It'll just go, and it'll be really bright. Okay? So just kind of watch the lights and see what happens tonight.
Sorry.
Okay. When I first started to manage the Sabbath Tavern, I immediately, I walked into this place right when I moved here. And I said, I have got a good job here. This would be like a dream come true because I could sense the spirits, hear the spirits, see the spirits, and I thought I have got to. And there's hundreds of spirits here because see, there's a portal, there's a doorway right on the other side of that chandelier. There's a doorway, and they come in and out, in and out, in and out, different ones all the time. Some remain the same, but some are different. So when I began to manage this place, I was called. One of the servers says, "You got to go down and talk to this guy. He's upset about his meal." And I will tell you that this continues to happen every year when I start my new ghost walk. Every June, I'll have one of the servers, and a lot of times they're new servers because that's just the type of business it is. You keep it's a big turnover, and usually I'll get a new server will come up to me and tell me that in this room. You know, I told you that we had a table and it had patent on it. It's usually about, I'm not saying it's patent, but it's usually in that area where this happens. But the glasses will fly off the table and land on the floor. They don't break, they don't turn over, they just land upright on the floor. Happens almost every year, at least once every year. So they call me over to this area in the pub part, what we call the pub. And I said, "Yes, sir, can I help you?" And he said to me, "I want you to make my fork stop moving." Right now, that's exactly my reaction. And I looked down, and he had just finished some coleslaw, and there was a little bowl. There was a fork on the rim, and it was just rocking back and forth, so how easy is that? You can put a fork on a rim of a bowl, it'll balance, you know? So I said, and I pushed the fork, and it went down into the bowl. I said, "Is that what you wanted me to do?" And he said, "No, just stand there and watch." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I've never sat and watched an empty bowl of coleslaw, but I figured if that's what he wanted me to do, and I did. And sure enough, oh wow, to my utter amazement and thrill, the fork came back up on its own and went to the rim of the bowl and started rocking again. Of course, I'm like, wow. I said, "It must be our ghost." And he goes, "Ghost?" So he picks up his family and he leaves, and I got stuck with the check. So I had to be really careful from then on because I realized that not everybody's as enthusiastic about having ghostly activity as I am. So then, a few weeks later, I had another of the employees come and get me and say, "Oh, you need to go upstairs. There's a guy in the room." Well, you know, the rooms have changed now. They're all different names now. He's really unhappy with his room. I thought, oh my goodness. So I go up and I knock on his door. He opens his door and he goes hands on his hip. He goes, "I want to know one thing. Is this place haunted?" And I was like, "Why do you ask?" Because, you know, I don't want to blurt out, "Oh, yeah," you know, because I didn't know how he was going to react. I'd made that mistake once. I said, "So why do you ask?" And he said, "Well, last night I woke up and I looked up, and from the ceiling, all around, there were like these big balls of lights, and they were swooping down, and they were going over to this corner, and they were shooting back around here, and there, and here. He said, and they would even change colors. It would go like orange, green, pink, purple, you know, and I was like, whoa. And he said, then my window was up at about this far. Then they started going out my window, one by one by one by one, until the last one, and then the window slammed. I got up, went up to the window, looked outside. There was nobody outside with a flashlight and doing this, you know. I'm wondering, where did these lights come from? When he finished telling me his story, I said, yes, sir, I'm going to have to admit to you that this place is haunted. I said, you know, we get a lot of reports of that kind of, we call it orb activity. And I said, and also sometimes the TV will come on and off. We've even unplugged the TV and it will come on. I said, sometimes the heat thermometer will come on and the heat will come on in the summer and the air conditioning comes on in the winter. I said, it's just very diverse, but there is a lot of spirit activity in this room. And he goes, great, I'm going to stay another night. So that kind of worked out in a plus for me, and he did. He stayed up with his camera until 3 o'clock in the morning, but nothing happened. Unfortunately, that sort of turns out that way. Then just some other very interesting things. There was a couple, there used to be before the fire, this room that you just walked up into, there used to be a bedroom. And it was a beautiful antique bedroom. It was just gorgeous. It had a fireplace. That's why the fireplace is out there. So one night, a couple that was staying in that room, they woke up together. They just both woke up at the same time. Blink. They're sleeping on their backs. They look up, and there's this woman floating over them with her hands outstretched like this, just floating, you know, like this. You know, wavy energy coming off of her. But they saw her eyes. Her eyes were very definite. And she was looking at both of them, and she'd look at one, she'd look at the other. She'd look at one, she'd look at the other. And they're laying there looking at her, looking at him, her, you know, like this. Just for a few minutes. And then all of a sudden, she looked at the window, looked back at them, and then she went out the window. It was this front window right here. So when they jumped up, what's that? Did somebody make a noise over here?
No.
Oh, okay, all right, I know what that is. They're just going in and out of the back office. That's cool. And sweet spirits, anytime you get ready and you want to turn this light out, can you show them how you can turn the light out? Because that would be cool. Because they're really waiting for this. Okay, I just wanted to ask. And this one, if this will go bright, that would be nice. So if you can do either one of those. Okay, getting back to my story. So what they did is they got up. It scared them so bad they got up. They didn't even bother to get dressed. They were in pajamas. They just ran out with their suitcases. We come back the next morning. We go to fix them something to eat. We go upstairs. We go to knock on the door, but the door's open. And we look inside, and the room's all disheveled, and we're like, what happened to our guests? They said they wanted breakfast. And they weren't the only guests we had. It was in January. It was the only guests we had. So about 2 days later, we get a phone call, and they told us exactly what happened and exactly why they would never be coming back. So that was a really great story. The stories just keep getting better and better and better. And me as a manager happened to witness something so unique. One night, we were really busy. So I run up these stairs and I run down this hallway. This hallway that runs this way, and then there's a back hallway that runs down this way. It's extremely active. And it's really funny because it's actually the newer part of the building. But anyway, I'm running down the hall and I'm going to my office door, which is at the end of this hallway here. And I have a big ring of keys, about 60 keys. They're keys to all the rooms, they're keys to the McLean house across the street, they're keys to all the file cabinets, keys to the cash drawer, keys to the liquor cabinet. I mean, just keys. So I've got this huge bundle of keys, and I go over and I open my door. Now, my door has 2 deadbolt locks. It has to be a very secure door because the safe's there, the money's there, the purses are there, the gift certificates are there. And the owners are always watching me. Now, Patty, when you go down that hall, you make sure you look behind you. Before you go in the room, you look to make sure that somebody's not hiding to hit you in the head and force you inside and rob us. So I was always aware. I'd go in, I'm looking around. Nobody in the hallways. I unlock both my deadbolts. Now, when I get inside, they always warn me, lock the door behind you. Same reason, lock the door. We don't want somebody crashing in and trying to rob us. Lock the door behind me. Go over to my printer, or my copier, and I have to copy some menus because we were really busy that night and I ran out of menus. So I'm copying my menus. I laid my keys down on my desk. I'm copying my menus, waiting for them to come through. I'm thinking I'll just do about 20, 30, just enough for tonight. We had 2 extra buses to show up. I'm short a cook, 2 waitresses, we had to leave early. And, I've got all this running in my mind. I get my menus and I go back over to get my keys. Oh, my keys are gone. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. I know I laid them on the bed. I know my routine. I lock the door behind me, lay my keys down. I'm like, what is going on? What's going on? Looked underneath the my desk, patted myself down, looked everywhere. Oh, I'm freaking. I'm like, where are my keys? I cannot, I'm stressed out already. I've worked 107 hours that week, and I'm just all stressed out. I can't find my keys, I thought, well, I can't leave. I cannot go out that office door and just leave it. I can't. I have to lock the door behind me. So what I thought I'd do, I said, well, I'll open the door, I'll lean out, and I'll yell for one of the servers to come out and get the menus while I continue to look for my keys. So I open the door. Down at the end of the hallway, I go like, to yell. I look. All the way down at the end of the hallway are my keys. Yeah, I'm like, whoa. Because if I had dropped them, when I got to the door, I wouldn't have been able to open my door, and I would have said, oh, there are my keys. And I would have gone back and got my keys. And I guarantee you, I did not unlock those deadbolt locks and then go, and throw my keys down at the end of the hallway and went inside the room. That was the first time that I had experienced what we call an apport. So when something very solid will disappear and reappear somewhere else without any exception, you knowing it had to go through solid. It had to go through a solid substance in order to get where it got. Did any of you see Poltergeist where, the watches and rings and things like that fell off the ceiling? Anybody saw that? I love that movie because a lot of that movie had some truth. Of course, it was Hollywood. A lot of it didn't have truth. But there was some truth to it, especially some of the instruments and things that these ghost hunters were using. And at the time that I saw Poltergeist, I was very heavy into my doing my ghostly thing. So for me, that was my very, very awesome experience. Another time, there was a couple. A lady called me and she said, I've been on your website and I read where you're a ghost hunter, and I'm an amateur ghost hunter, and we want to come to the tavern and rent a room. We want to get a room that has some activity. So can you tell me which room I should get? I said, pick one, because they all have some very good activities. So she picked the Lincoln Suite. They drive up from Florida. When they get to the Lincoln Suite, they're starting to unpack, and she remembers she needed to call her son to let her son know that they have arrived safely. She calls him up on her cell phone. They're talking. Now, there's a little break in their conversation, okay? And in that break, a voice comes through, kind of an angry voice, a masculine voice. And the voice said, turn it off! Like that. And the son said, Mom, did you hear that? And she's like, I sure did, son, bye. And hung up her phone and started to pull out her cameras and camcorders and the basics that she could bring for this ghost hunting. And was very successful that night. Got some wonderful swirls, got a face that was between her camera and the headboard. Another interesting thing that happened is there's a clawfoot tub in that room. And the tub, has a spigot of cold water that comes out of a spigot head, and then a spigot of hot water. It's two individual. And they kept turning on all night. I think the guy said 11 times. I can't imagine having to get up 11 times at night and turn off the water. But so that was really exciting. And if you guys go on my website, www.ghosthunter.com, or ghostchasers with an S.com, or PeggyStar with an I.com, you will be able to see some of the pictures from here. Read some of the stories that happened here. I could continue, all night long telling you stories, and I'd end up with, a book about this thick. And not to plug, I'm doing something kind of, I'm plugging a book that I'm writing. It's a series. It's called American Haunted Road Trip, and they've picked an author from every state. And I was fortunate enough to be picked as the author for Kentucky. So it'll be out in August, and I'll be going all over Kentucky and just gathering stories from people that work in public places where you can drive your car and stay there, eat there, walk through it. It could be a museum, battlefield, whatever, so look for that. But if you do go on my website, you'll be able to see some of these stories and pictures about the tavern because there are so many. Now, with that said, let's do some experimentation. Let's do some fun stuff. First, I'm going to turn my meter on. Anybody here with the meter? Anybody here with the meter?
Oh, yeah.
Anything? Y'all got us?
Okay,
good.
too.
Can y'all turn y'all's on as well? Now, do you have the Ovilus with you?
No, I didn't
Okay,
bring it.
okay. So you don't have the Ovilus, you just have EMF meters. Tell me what type of EMF meter you have.
K2 meter. yeah.
K2? Okay, now, did you work on the triggering of that, or are you holding it down with your thumb?
Yeah, it's got a quarter in it.
Thank you, thank you. I was
It's
just
got an
about to-
on-off switch.
Okay, on-off switch. And now, which one is that one?
It's a K2 meter.
Oh, that's the K2, and what is this one?
It's the ghost meter.
Oh, it's the ghost meter, great. Awesome. So,
Actually,
this is what I usually do. I've got my meter on as well, I think. Yep, got mine on as well. And I'm gonna, like we did it in the in the road out there, and the meters came, all I'm gonna do is just announce that I just wanna start walking around a little bit. I'm gonna make an announcement that I'm here, and that if there's a spirit here that wants to speak to me, and I just kinda walk around, I want you to find me. Is that one?
yeah, it's
Okay.
to kind of spread them out.
Spread them out, okay? And what I'll do is, if my meter goes off, what I'll do is I'll have one of them to come up to see if their meter goes off, because a lot of times if it's spirit creating the disturbance, the second meter won't go off. But sometimes if it's more electrical, then both meters will go off, so, yes.
Where would you purchase one of those?
I have a ghost hunter shop, thank you so much for asking. Lexington, I have a ghost hunter shop. And if you can't come to Lexington, you can go ghosthuntershop.com, and I have all these meters, infrared thermometers, vests, caps, gears, backpacks, books, DVDs. So let me just kind of walk around a minute. I'm gonna go
What
over
was
to
that, ghosthunter.com?
ghosthuntershop.com.
Oh.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I love this question. Okay, now let's just see. I'm gonna wait, and then, oh, there you go. I was gonna say, then what I do is I get real still. Okay. Now I'm gonna ask somebody with the meter to come up to me. First, oh, wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, can you come up? I'm standing about where I'm standing. Now see if you're thinking of this. Okay, this is very adamant. Hold on just a second. I'm gonna ask you to stop. Can you stop, please? Thank you. You picking up anything? No. Okay. Now I'm gonna ask you to come back. Can you come back and find me again? Can you make? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Now what I want to do is, do you have one like this? Yes. Can you go get it? Please stay with me for just a moment. Can you do that, sweetheart? Can you stay with me for just a moment? Are you still here? You are still here. Okay. Oh, you are very here. Okay, hold on. Can you stop? Thank you. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you to go to her meter. Now sometimes this works, sometimes it does not. Can you go to her meter? Can you find her? She has a meter.
Here it is.
But,
Touch me, please.
yes, please. Can you go to her? Let me see if she's still here. Are you still here? Can you make my meter go off again and let me know you're still here? Hold on. Are you still here? Where are you? You still here? Oh gosh. Oh,
They both went.
oh, they both went, yes. Hold
This
on.
one over here just went off.
It did? Oh, wow. This is great. This is great. Thank you so much, sweetheart. Now, you came back. I asked you if you were here. You made her meter go off. Now we'll try it again. This time, instead of making my meter go off, can you make her meter go off? Okay, well, I agree. Did it go off?
Oh. Thoughts are.
Okay, did it go off?
Julie, there's one by your ear.
Either one of these meters.
They like I said.
This is great. Let me ask, how many spirits are in this room? Can you beep it out and don't beep it out real fast because we need to count. Can you tell me how many?
5.
5. Thank you, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. We are so much appreciative. Now, one more time. Can you go to her meter? She would like for you to go to her meter. Thank you for going a while ago, but could we do it again? the person that is so close to me, I can feel you. Are you a female? Can you make my meter go off? Are you female? I know what it is, but I just want to show you how we confirm. Okay. Are you a male? Is it going off? Okay. Are you a male? Okay, it may be gone, but watch this. Are you a child? Are you the little girl?
Are you Annie?
Thank you.
Hi, Annie.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. You are so sweet. We appreciate that. Now, are there, you beeped at what? She beeped at 5?
Mm-hmm.
5. Are those 5 also children? Are the 5 that you beeped out earlier, hon? Okay, they are the children. Okay, because we do have lots of children. Okay. Thank you so much. Now, and then I want to do this. We're going to walk over here, and I want to see if she follows us. Okay. So walk this way. Okay. Now, honey, can you come to me again? Can you follow me again? I'm just going to wait. Can you find me again? This is what I like about these meters, because if it was electrical, it would be able to, you know, if I stopped here and it was electrical, it'd go off. But I'm stopping here in the fact that I'm asking her to come back to me. Okay? Now, when my meters was going off, was anyone here taking pictures?
Yeah.
Did you get anything?
I got 5 dots for you, but when I took them over here, I got 6.
Okay. All right, now that we know that she's come through for us, I'm going to stand, let's see, about here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell her that I'm going to do some recording. Now, a lot of times when I start recording, the meter will start going off as well. Now, if the meter starts going off, it might be because I'll get something in here. So here we go. Do you guys remember the absolute? Okay, we're going to do an absolute. All right, here we go. Sweet, sweet spirit. Remember, absolute, guys. No talking. Absolute. Please don't move. No moving, no shifting. Sweet, sweet spirit. We would like for you to communicate with us now by telling us, who are you? Can you give us a name? And there's music playing downstairs, and we know that music. It's okay. Can you just come through? Tell us who you are. Give us a message. 3, 2, 1. Okay. Rewind this. Let's see if we got anything. Okay, here we go.
Sweet, sweet spirit. Remember, absolute, guys. No talking. Absolute. Please don't move. No moving, no shifting. Sweet, sweet spirit. We would like for you to communicate with us now by telling us, who are you? Can you give us a name? Now, there's music playing downstairs, and we know that music. It's okay. Can we just come through? Tell us who you are. Give us a message. 3, 2, 1.
That's okay. Let's do one more, very quickly. One more, guys. I know this is awful boring, but this is just the way it is when we actually do an investigation. But when you get that voice, it's so awesome. But just bear with me. I'm going to remind her again. I know that now that you're in here, sometimes you make this really bright, and sometimes you turn this off. And there's other times when you open that door. I do have a picture. I think, yeah, I do have a picture. I'm not sure if it's on the website, where this door opened 7 times one night when I was asking her to open the door. I was accused of having this rigged. So I took 4 people from the wall on the other side, shut the door, and I explained to the little girl, I said, can you do this again for me, baby? Can you come through again? And the door opened again, and the lady took a picture, and the little girl is standing right here, looking back at us. She's a little tiny thing. She's probably like this tall. And I'm not real sure if I have that on MySpace or not, but you can try it. MySpace.ghosttrek, T-R-E-K. And you can see her little face. And we are recording that. I forgot.
This is going on.
It is? Cool.
Yeah, mine's going off too.
This is, oh, both of y'all's are going off?
It was.
Absolutely. Cool. Okay, all right, let's continue to record because she may be coming through. And, but I'm starting to feel a new presence. I'm starting to feel a male. And I'm starting to feel that his name is George.
I got cold too.
I feel like there's a George here. I feel he's male. I'm gonna go, maybe there's something back in here that, let me just see if I can get them to come back to me somewhere. Let me stand, anywhere. I'm feeling a male presence. Okay. And I'm going to play it back and see if we can get the male presence. Okay, here we go. Now I know you guys are talking, that's okay because his voice will be different. So let's see if we can get him to come through. I feel a male presence now, and we'll see if we can get him to come through. 3, 2, 1. You didn't know 30 seconds could be so long. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Can we just come through? Tell us who you are. Give us a message. 3, 2, 1. Well, guys, I know
Here it
this
goes.
is boring. This is just the way it is when we actually do an investigation. But when we put that boy, he's so awesome. Let's just do it with me. I'm going to remind her again. I know that now that you're in here, sometimes you make this really bright, and sometimes you turn this off. But like other times when we open that door, I do have a picture. I think, yeah, I do have a picture. I'm not sure if it's on the website where this door opened 7 times one night when I was asking her to open the door. I was accused of having this rigged. So I took 4 people from the wall on the other side, shut the door, and I explained to the little girl, I said, can you do this again for me, baby? Can you come through again? And the door opened again, and the lady took a picture, and the little girl was standing right here, looking back at us. She's a little tiny thing. She's probably like this tall. And I'm not really sure if I have that on MySpace or not, but you can try MySpace.ghosttrek, T-R-E-K, and you can see her little face. video recording. It is cool. Oh, something else are going on? Absolutely. Cool. Okay, all right, let's just continue in court because she ain't coming through. And, but I'm starting to feel a new presence. I'm starting to feel a male. And I'm starting to feel that his name is George. Okay, cool. I feel like there's a George here. I feel like it's a male. I'm going to go, maybe there's something back in here that, let me just see if I can get in the song. Somewhere, let me do anywhere. I'm feeling a male presence. Okay. So I'm going to put it back. A male presence. Okay, here we go. Now, I know you guys are talking, that's okay, because his voice will be different. So, let's see if we can get him to come through. I feel a male presence now, and let's see if we can get him to come through. 3, 2, 1.
Okay. Okay, guys, that's it for tonight. I sure do appreciate each and every one of you coming. I hope that you've learned a little bit of something about ghost hunting. Of course, this is just like a very brief type of thing that we do. If you're ever interested in taking a course, you can go to www.ghosthunter.com, and I do a course in Lexington on Saturday and Sunday. You can take the intro on Saturday and you can come back Sunday and do the advanced certification, or you can split it up and do it different months. I only do one a month now because I'm on the road most of the time with college tours. And if you want to take the home study course, I have that as well. So just check it out. Also, I rented all the rooms at the Talbot Tavern in Jailers Inn for November 14th, 15th, and 16th. We're having a jam up investigative kind of get together with a bunch of ghost hunters. We're going to have dinners, we're going to have seminars, we've got a psychic coming that's going to be doing readings, we've got all of that. I've only got one room left. So, of course, you know, if we don't sell that room, that's okay, because then Chuck and I'll stay here. But I did want to let you know, in case anybody's interested. Also, at the Jailers Inn, we have like a building off to the side that has a huge, kind of almost an apartment type set up to where two couples can stay. So if anybody's interested in that, just go to ghosthunter.com. No S on Ghost Hunter, just ghosthunter.com. And see what we have to offer. And in September of next year, I hope you'll join us for Scarefest. We're going to have lots of horror stars, paranormal stars, 3 days of seminars, ghost hunts, movies at the old historic theater, and also a haunted house adventure. So just keep checking that. The name of that website is thescarefest.com, and you can check and see what stars that we've already signed up to join us for that. So thank all of you. You were great. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much. Thank you.